Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
I'm here with Yolandi, one of my favorite people and colleagues. And today we're going to talk about pitch the plastics. And I just have to say, we have been having so much fun at home office this week in preparation for Earth Day, which is Saturday. And so on Monday, we all made pledges and talked about, you know, what were we reducing in our lives and what were we willing to do without. And then yesterday, you guys had a great time. What did you guys do?
Oh, we went out for a picnic and tried to use as little as possible.
So a waste-free picnic?
Like a waste-free picnic. It was awesome. Yeah.
So how did y'all do that?
Well, everybody had to bring their own, you know, a little bit of something from their homes, and we just all got together in the park, and we just had a really good time together.
How cool.
Yeah.
And I think today we're refusing things, so each day we have a special activity. And it really brings us to a perfect point of talking about our mission and plastics. You all know that our mission is to radically reduce chemicals. However, we've expanded that a bit because we thought, you know, Norwex is always questioning, how do we make an even bigger impact? What can we do?
Yeah.
And plastics are made out of chemicals.
That's right.
So it seemed to be kind of a natural fit for Norwex.
Yep.
And plastics are everywhere.
Oh my gosh, they are. I mean, they are in our homes, they are in the stores, they're in restaurants, they're outside. It's just everywhere you go.
And I have to ask myself, how do we get to this point? Why are there so many plastics? You know, what happened? How did we get here? And I really think it is that, you know, plastics are made inexpensively and they can be durable, but unfortunately so many things that we have as disposable are made out of plastic.
I know, and you know, the really sad thing is that 80% of our landfills and oceans are filled with plastic. I mean, that is just awful.
It's crazy. And you know that every piece of plastic rack that was ever, you know, made is still in existence today, and it's so true for most plastics.
It is.
They just break down to smaller and smaller and smaller pieces, and they're still here.
I know, and that way it becomes a little bit more dangerous for every size creature that's out there, you know.
Right.
So every size creature in the ocean is affected by them, because as the plastic gets smaller, it just keeps affecting smaller and smaller pieces of our nature, you know.
I really didn't have a focus on plastics until I came to work for Norwex. You know, it really heightened my awareness. And we've actually now have some great alternatives to those, I call them one and done kind of things, where you use it once and then you throw it away. And I think that's really what we're driving at, is be conscious of the things you use. And also think about the number of times you can use it, and how do you cut down on waste in that matter, whether it's paper towels, which are EnviroCloths and our other microfiber handles, but then these other things like plastic wrap, straws,
I know.
all bags.
Exactly. And I mean, food packaging accounts for 32% of our waste in our homes. I mean, how bad is that? So in response, Norwex has some great solutions. We have, for instance, our silicone lids, which come in all shapes and sizes.
They do, square, round, large, small, rectangle. I love them because they are so flexible. I actually hate plastic wrap. It's a pain for me to work with, and I just didn't have another alternative until all these great sizes and shapes from Norwex that cover practically every dish. They go from refrigerator to oven to table. They're completely safe. You can bake with them on as long as you, I think it's 446 degrees Fahrenheit that they will heat up to without any problems. So if you keep it under, you know, 440 in the oven, they're perfect there. Cover cups, you know, coffee cups, cups of drinks outside, now that we're outside more, and Texas has so many bugs.
I know, so multifunctional. We just love these.
Use them as a frisbee.
Oh yeah,
you know, if
it's
you're
all
at the
fun.
park,
It's all good.
Fun. Multi-purpose, multi-use, use over and over again. So love these.
Love them.
Talk about our straws.
Oh man, these are so cool. I mean, if you think about all the waste that comes from straws, let's just give a couple of those stats, right?
So every person, they say, uses 1.6 straws a day.
That equates.
So that's almost two, well, it's more than one straw per person per day.
And they say in a lifetime, in one person's lifetime, they'll use up to 38,000 straws in their lifetime. I mean, that is just ridiculous.
And you multiply that by, we have 6 million people here in Dallas alone. So do the math. That's crazy. And where does it go?
It goes into our landfills. It goes into our
straw
ocean.
more than once.
Exactly,
right?
you don't. And think about every restaurant that you go to. How many straws do you get? You know?
Yeah, no kidding. And you know, another added benefit to these straws are, particularly as it's getting warmer and warmer, they're fun to drink out of because they're cold.
Exactly, and they stay cold, right?
Yeah.
Which is great. So.
And the kids in my house ask for these straws. You know, we've had the plastic ones, the fun paper color ones, and they actually choose these over those straws.
Paper ones get so soggy as well.
Exactly.
Really horrible.
So great alternative to that.
Absolutely.
And we also, if we're talking about food waste, plastic waste, we go to the grocery, right? Your food has to come home to you in something.
Exactly.
And what kills me, just kills me, even before Norwex, is you go down the produce aisle and you're getting 5 or 6 tomatoes and, you know, maybe 3 or 4 zucchinis, and you have to contain it some way. And so what do? You pull off a plastic bag, you pull off a plastic bag, you get it home. I've used that plastic bag for maybe 30 minutes, right? And it's multiplied by whatever fresh produce I brought home, and then where does it go?
Exactly, and by the end of the month, you've got this bag full of plastic bags, and it's just so much waste.
Right, and so you can get creative and reuse them, you know, and try to put something in them, but I really love Norwex solution.
So do I.
And they come in a set of 3.
They do, and they look great as well. So we have our produce bags over here, which come in a set of 3.
Right here.
And these are actually multifunctional too. You don't just have to use them for produce, right, Jennifer? We use them for multiple things in our home.
Yeah, oh gosh, the list is endless. We collect those spare socks, you know, in our house. I don't know where.
What is it with socks?
I don't know. We were talking earlier about spare socks, and I said, is this one of those new moons on Pluto? It's just made of spare socks, and that's where they are.
I don't know. It's so crazy.
So this holds a lot of socks, a lot of spare socks. You know, also the building blocks at our house go in one of these. It's so easy for kids to just open and close and take care of and pick up toys themselves. Legos, wet swimsuits. Now that we're going, what about summer camp? I bet you send your kids with a set of these to summer camp.
Oh yeah, they can put all their dirty clothes in there, just separate them from the clean, you know, put toiletries, whatever it is that I need to get in there.
Yeah, toiletries, great. I think when I was a Girl Scout, we called these ditty bags, and we put our food utensil in here, so we had reusable things like that. So love these multi-purpose. Buy a couple sets, put them in your car inside your reusable grocery bag, and have them with you at all times. You know, I am the worst about getting in the grocery and being really quick and not having my bag with me.
I mean, we're always rushing around, right? And
we are.
I just get to the store and I'm like, oh, I forgot the bag again. You know?
Too.
So you had a great solution to this.
Well, so what I've started doing, and I'm not retrained totally, but I'm working on it, where I take this bag, I put my reusable produce bags in it, I kind of fold it down so it's real small, like this, and I just stick it right between the console and my driver's seat, so it's always right there, and I can just grab it as soon as, right when I grab my purse, I grab this bag and go in. Quick, easy, right there.
I'm totally going to do that next. Oh,
and once again, you use this for all kinds of things.
I do. You know, it's baseball season, so we spend a lot of time on the baseball field. And I have a little one. He's 4 years old. So when we're watching my 12-year-old, I actually take all my boys' toys in here.
Okay.
I also have one for my snacks, all the snacks that we have to take to baseball, because, you know, the boys always get hungry. They're hungry every half an hour, practically. So I take my snacks in one, and I take Matthew's toys in the other, and off we go. They're so multifunctional.
Well, and they're durable, too.
And they're durable.
You know, some of the bags that I've had fall apart after 1 or 2 uses, and these are real sturdy. They're great workhorses. You can put heavy stuff in them. You
can, and just put it over your shoulder and off you go.
Right.
It's amazing.
So, you know, Norwex has made this really easy for people. We have this collection, and some of you may know our collections, but it's called Pitch the Plastics.
Yes.
And in that Pitch the Plastics set, you get straws, you get reusable produce bags, you get your reusable grocery bag. You also get a set of silicone lids. And the silicone lids that come with that are actually this size. This one and this one are what come in that Pitch the Plastic set. And for the month of April, the rest of the month of April alone, if you purchase one of these Pitch the Plastic sets, you actually get a free Norwex EnviroCloth. So how cool is that?
I mean, and it
what a great value
what
too.
A great
you're
value.
Saving, the environment. You're reducing chemicals in your homes with the EnviroCloth, and you can't go wrong. Totally free if you start with one of these Pitch the Plastic sets. So for those of you out there who are consultants, you're definitely going to want to take advantage. And for those of you who may be new to Norwex, you can go on norwex.com. You can find a Norwex consultant, or maybe you have a consultant. She's invited you to this today. You're going to want to either text her, call her, and say, hey, I need one of those Pitch the Plastic packs and the free EnviroCloth.
Thank you, Norwex.
Thank you, Norwex. Exactly.
We have a couple of questions coming in.
Yes.
Okay.
So from Micah in New York,
Yes.
how do you? Are they the produce bags? Are they dishwasher safe?
They are dishwasher safe. It's just net, and they are dishwasher and washing machine safe. You just toss them in the laundry if they get a bit dirty. That was a great question, because that's another selling feature I didn't even mention, but they're so easy to clean up, and some of the bags aren't.
I think we had another comment on here. Somebody uses them to keep their kids' toys, like the bath.
Yes. It's so cool.
Bath toys, love that idea.
Love it.
Because the water just drains out and it doesn't absorb all that extra soppiness.
That's a great idea.
Another question from Stephanie. She's asking, how do you clean the inside of the stainless steel straw?
Oh, good question. We actually have a little brush that'll help you clean the inside of the straw. So you just stick it in there, and you, like a bottle brush, same thing as a bottle brush, and you just clean it out with some Norwex dishwashing liquid.
And hot water.
And hot water.
All right. Do we have any more questions coming in?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, awesome.
Well, they're easy products. They're self-explainable. They
Exactly.
make sense.
Oh.
Do we have one more?
From Lori, she's asking, can the lids go in the microwave?
Wow.
Microwaves have a unique way of heating, and so I would use them with caution in the microwave. I'm not saying I haven't done it before, but they have been tested as being oven safe up to about 440 degrees approximately. So I'd be careful with using in a microwave.
Yeah.
It should be safe, but
Yeah, most silicone is safe to use in a microwave generally.
It is.
But yeah, just
use with caution.
Use with caution.
We didn't test them that way.
Yeah, we tested them in the oven, but yeah, use with caution.
Yeah.
And Debbie wants to know, just to kind of recap, the lids, what are they specifically for?
Oh my gosh, everything.
Everything. So you could use them, after you've made a meal, just to cover it up. It's great in summer to keep those bugs out. After you've just cooked some food and you're sitting outside and wanting to have a meal, it's great to cover that up. If you've got some leftovers in a dish and you want to put it in the fridge, that'll be amazing. And no foil. You don't use foil. You don't have to use the plastic wrap. I mean, these are the great alternatives to all of that.
My favorite way to do this, honestly, is when I'm marinating meat in like a Pyrex dish, and I would normally have covered it with plastic or have thrown it all in a plastic bag. I just use my Pyrex dish. I marinate my meat and put this on it and put it in the refrigerator. It comes right, or a casserole.
Exactly.
If I'm blending a casserole, comes right out of the fridge into the oven. Out of the oven, cools on the counter, and then can go right to the table and keeps it warm. The other way I absolutely love these is when I go to a lot of potlucks.
Yeah.
And I take our salad or our fruit in a brown bowl and just plop one of these on it, and there's no mess or muss, and it's so easy.
Yeah.
And I never could get that plastic wrap to seal, and it was always a mess and would blow off from the car to the party. So those are two ways I've used them.
Exactly, and these are also great. I use this one in the oven when I'd make my lasagnas, because sometimes it browns too quickly on the top, so you just put this one on and it helps it
well,
brown too
and
quickly.
they don't absorb those food stains.
Exactly.
And tomato is absolutely horrible to get out of
super
plastic,
easy to clean.
but with silicone, they're so easy to clean. Yeah.
Sherry had mentioned you can cover all of your fruits too, like your cantaloupe and different diced fruits.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right.
Any other comments? Leave them and we'll get back to them.
Yeah. So Diana was just reminding us to remind you that if you have any other questions, please send them in. We'll answer them and get back to you right away. But like we said, these are pretty self-explanatory, and we look forward to you helping us make an impact and reducing plastics.
Pitch those plastics.
Thank you,
Happy
guys.
Earth Day!
Bye.